Quilts are made from cotton, silk and wool, stuffed with down or back.
You're getting good at this, huh?
I'm getting a little bit better. Well, it's I think it's Thursday. Is it Thursday?
Today is Thursday, and I changed my Snoopy calendar. I think it's the 19th. You know what? I didn't.
It's the 18th.
It's the 18th. Yes, I did change it.
Awesome. So I'm with Janice, and Janice, how did you get connected to the Gilford Community Church?
One of my friends, Bob Henderson, passed away.
Yes.
And that was the first
So
time. Marilyn lives near me, and I came to the church for his service, and I immediately liked what I saw.
Huh. That's
And
neat.
I had been looking for, I'm a former Catholic.
Yep, me too.
Yep. And I had been looking in my hometown. I live in Boston in the winter. I'm only a summer resident.
So do you live right in Boston?
No, I live in Roslindale.
Okay, Rosalind.
Rosindale. And I've been there since I was 11. And I've been fortunate to have a place at the lake for over 45 years.
So that's a family property, or how?
Just came up one day, visited some friends, and bought a place.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
So that was 1975. And, no, 76, because we bought it on my daughter's first birthday.
Had you been coming to the Lakes region?
In Meredith.
Okay.
I have a cousin, and their family always invited us, up. And sadly, I just heard yesterday he passed away.
Oh.
So, yeah, quite young. And so that was kind of a blow, to me. And strangely enough, there's a butterfly outside, and I have this thing about butterflies. It's right outside the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
I have a friend that passed away, and whenever I see a butterfly, I think of her. So anyway, so that's kind of the story. I was looking for some place to worship, and I love the community aspect. The most important part of Sunday sermon is the children. I just sit to the side, and I like to, I enjoy watching the children.
For a lot of us, our grandkids live in Connecticut, and if it weren't for the church, we wouldn't be exposed to children on a regular basis. The church and synagogues and places of worship are one of the few places where the generations, get together on a regular basis.
Right. And the same with me, actually, because my daughters are grown, and I only have one granddaughter who's turning 16 this year.
So how many daughters do you have?
I have two.
Okay, where do they live?
They both live in Massachusetts. One lives with me.
And what's her name?
Her name is Kerry.
Okay, Kerry.
And Kristen lives in Bedford with her husband Ken, and Riley is my granddaughter.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And there's Carolyn.
Hi.
Hey, Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn.
Make a brief appearance.
Hi.
I'm not going to get into another dispute with Carolyn, but I won't point out that she was late for her music appointment today.
I was very late this morning. My mind is scattered.
Oh, there's a Peter Mayer song called Scatterbrain.
Yes. And I liked his piece that you did this morning.
Oh,
that was
yes.
cool.
That was really nice. A nice piece.
It was nice.
Yep, one more circle around the sun.
Yep, there we go.
Awesome.
Good.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. There's that. We need to talk though about if anything, just don't do it. Record it. We need to talk later about what about outside.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think it's maybe 4 years since Bob passed. I'm not sure of the years, but
yeah, and that was sudden and so unexpected.
Unexpected. Yeah, and she found him. And she's been, she's a wonderful neighbor and friend.
Yep.
I have a lot of, a lot of wonderful friends, and I like the, I love the atmosphere of the park. So it's been good for me and for my families.
That's nice.
But every Sunday I just get in my car and come over here. And if anyone wants to come with me, that's fine. But now they have to let me know. You know, I just have my place that I like to sit. It's funny. At a certain age, you get to know just what makes you happy.
My daughter and I visited a church in Baltimore. It would be a church I would end up working at. But we arrived early, and we sat down, and shortly after we took our seat in the pew, we heard these three little ladies saying, "Someone is in our pew today."
I know, and I never would say that.
Yeah.
Not you know. I just remember as a child, you know, everybody had to shh, shh and be quiet, and I just love seeing the children.
Yep. And I love, you know, when I first came here, there was a bit of a controversy over whether when people came into the sanctuary they needed to be quiet, because typically in churches when people are arriving, there's sometimes organ music being played, and it's supposed to be real reverent. And I love that people are excited to see their friends that they might not have seen in a week or two, and the buzz and the energy is something that I just love in our sanctuary. And then we ring the bell and people quiet down.
Quiet down, exactly. Yeah, it's quite. And I like to look around at the people because I'm not here, so these are all new faces to me. And first, whenever I can, I always stop and have coffee, and then the ladies from Lakeshore Park will always have a Sunday.
Yeah, we got quite a group of ladies from Lakeshore Park. I don't know if we have very many men from Lakeshore Park. I don't know what the issue is.
There's more women than Robin. Yeah, but there's some couples though. Yeah, that I've seen. So, anyways, I just thought at one point I had said one time I would come to talk to you, and I actually have. We have a lot in common. When you make your notes and then you do done, and it just was, I'm a very organized type person, and I think of myself as being very happy. But why did it take so long to get happy? I mean, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
I have a card that I framed, and it's from Picasso. I think it says it takes a long time to become young.
Huh.
And it's funny, I would buy different things like that and not know why I purchased them. And then it resonates with me.
I think I'm a happy person too. And we lost my dad in April, and our son 5 or 6 years ago, and my mother in 2011. But even through those dark times, I can't remember having a bad day. Just the gift of waking up in the morning, no matter what has happened,
Right.
and the opportunity to start over is
Right.
just what it's all about for me.
Yeah. It's like you feel alive every day.
Mm.
Every day it's like, well, I'm a morning person, so I do an awful lot in the morning. I walk. I have a neighbor of mine who's almost 80 and back in Boston, and I used to see him walking by himself, and I just stopped him one time and said, "Do you want a partner?" And I needed a push.
Mm.
And he said, "Sure." We've been walking for 2 years. We
Wow.
walked all through the winter, and we walk about 4 to 5 miles a day.
That's great.
So it was my salvation, because I had the last 2 years I've taken care of my mother, and I think I had mentioned to you she's going to be 100
Yes.
next month.
July, what's the date?
July 28th.
July 28th. I hope she makes it.
Yeah, I think she will. My sister said she woke up this morning and she says, "I think I need to get my hair done, or haircut."
Where does your mom live?
She lives, actually, we live in a house together.
Oh, okay.
A 2-family home.
Yep.
Yeah. And so she's been very fortunate to have had 98 good years.
Wow, that's wonderful.
And now these last 2, we've always taken care of her. I have one sister, and Marion. And so Marion spends the winters in Florida, and Janice spends the summers in
Well, that's a
New
good
Hampshire.
arrangement.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it hasn't always been easy. My sister lives in a in downtown Boston, so she has to kind of uproot herself a little bit. It's easier for me living in the same home, but we managed to get through everything.
And when you're in Gilford, do you have a walking partner?
I do. Actually, it's funny, but my walking partner, Al, is also in New Hampshire. Yeah. His wife and I were in the Sacred Heart drill team together.
Oh, wow.
In Rosendale.
Uh-huh.
And then they landed at the lake shortly after I did. And,
Wow.
Through same type of thing. Somebody they knew, and they came into the park. So I'm looking forward to him getting up here. But in the meantime, I'll walk along. I want to keep up, the pace. And we happen to be the same size, so the stride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know Chris and Peggy Tompkins?
Yes.
So they live they don't live in Lakeshore, but they have a place. They stop by on Sunday, and Chris has had that place in their family for 58 years.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And now with his sons and their grandkids, they're toying with the idea of maybe selling it, which isn't really, I don't think, what Chris would like to do, but the family all lives in Pennsylvania, and that's an 8 or 9 hour drive. And,
Yeah, I did see them. Yeah, and I do remember he sings.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Lovely people. Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that that happens. Right now I have a cottage, and I would love to have a home. And I may or I may not as the years go by. And I don't think I want to be 75 building a house, so, and I'm close to that. So I, would, what I need to do is just take one day at a time.
Yep.
And that's exactly what I'm doing. But as long as I have, the summer into the early fall, it's a wonderful place to live. I really like it.
Yep.
I'm going to miss the farmers market.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the farmers market. That was sad news. Cindy and I loved going to the farmers market, grabbing a cup of coffee, and then, supporting so many of the local farmers and other vendors.
Yes, me too.
I think some of them may end up in the church parking lot on a couple of occasions on Saturday morning, selling, whatever they're producing. So I hope we can kind of arrange that.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
I know that in my hometown, they have done that type of thing, and then people just come and pick up, a bag full of things. It makes it a lot easier, and then you still can have that community feel.
Yeah.
The town that I live in, I've grown up there, and I went to high school in Rosendale, and it's the same type of a community, and I can walk to the, living in the city and being able to, just really get out there, and that's a good life.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Well, it's almost the exact opposite of life in Gilford. Although you can walk some places, but I remember my first week or two here, I was at a church meeting that would get out at 8 o'clock, and I would want to stop at the village store on my way home, and it would be closed at 8 o'clock at night. I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I know, it is a different world.
So what are you doing kind of through this most difficult time, COVID-19? How are you kind of maintaining a sense of wholeness?
It's not easy. I love going to the Interlakes Theater and Winnipesaukee, so I'm going to really, miss those. I knit, read a lot of books. I'm glad I'm going to pick up some books at the library.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I enjoy doing, is just going and sitting at the library.
And we have an awesome library, huh?
Yes, it's wonderful. And actually, there's quilting ladies that quilt, and I won a quilt one year. And it hasn't been too many times that I win things, but this was the most beautiful quilt. It was all the Gilford Old Home Day t-shirts.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I love it. I have it on one of the beds at my cottage.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Yeah.
And I don't know, it felt really special, winning that.
When you get home, take a picture and send it to me.
Oh, I will.
And I'll include it in this little video that
Okay.
we'll put out tomorrow.
Sure,
Yeah.
I will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this was wonderful.
Yeah, I'm so glad you stopped by.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you found your way. I'm sad that it was a death that brought you here, but I'm certainly glad that you're a part of the Gilford Community Church.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thanks so
And-
much, Janice.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect.
All batting till they're full. Not only are they charming, but they're awfully warming.